All right, I've created this video to help you out a little bit with the adding and subtracting of fractions once you go past the whole. So yesterday you would have done some, or the other day you would have done some basic fractions where you take them away and add them. Whereas this one is when you're going. This is to help you add and subtract when you go actually past one whole. Okay. So for example, I've got my number sentence up here, which is 3/4 plus 2/4. Okay, so that's my addition one that I'm going to show you. Now, in your head, you've got to visualize what that looks like. Okay. Now, the good thing is, if you remember, the denominator won't change. Okay, so I can quite confidently put down the 4 there because I know that's not going to change. Okay. Then what I've got to do is I say, okay, what does that actually look like? Okay, so then this is what I'm picturing in my head. So I've got the 3/4 here, and then I've added my 2/4. They're in the black. Now that's what it looks like to me in my head. So now I've got to work out, okay, what is it? Now because it's actually more than one, that's where some people start having a few difficulties. All right. So I've got my 3/4 are in blue, so that's this. And then I've done my 2/4 in the black. So what I need to do is I need to go, okay, yep. So I've got one whole here. Because once I've added a quarter to the 3, that makes it a whole. So what I do is I put down, I've got my one whole. Then what I need to look at is, okay, how many parts have I got in my second whole? All right, you've got 1. So it's one whole, and you've got 1 part out of your 4. All right, so that's how we do the addition. Subtraction, same thing. It's just you visualise it differently. You visualise that whole thing to start with. Okay, so I've got 1 2/8, and I'm taking away 3/8. So what I need to do is I need to visualise what 1 2/8 look like. So this here is what 1 2/8 look like. So I've got my circle broken up into 8 pieces, and I've got my one whole, and I've got my 2 pieces here. So that is 1 2/8. That's what it looks like. Then what I need to do is I need to take away 3/8. And once again, the easy thing is I can quite easily do that straight away. Because remember, I know that it cannot change. If they stay 8, they're going to end up with 8s. All right? So I need to, in my head, take away 3 of those 8s. All right? And this is what it looks like. So I take away 1. I take away 2. And I take away 3. So I've taken away 3 8s. Now in my head, I'm visualising this. So now I need to count up. How many 8s are left? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? So then I have 7 8s. All right. Now, the other way we do it is when we haven't got these. So sometimes we haven't got these to help us and we can't visualise it. All right, so I'm going to show you a trick there. So for example, I'll have 5/6 plus, say 4/6. It's the same as. Now all you need to be good at is your basic addition. All right, for this. So I know that it's going to end in a 6. All right. Now the key is to know how many parts in the whole there are. So remember, there are 6 parts to that whole. Now then I need to know how many pieces do I have. So you have 9 pieces. So you go, okay, so my whole is 6, but I have 9 pieces. So that means I have more than one whole. So straight away, I put down my 1 because I know I've got more than one whole. Then I ask myself, how many more pieces do I have over the whole? So I've got 5 and 4 is 9, and then I need to work out what the difference is between 9 and 6. So the difference between 9 and 6 is 3. So I know I've got 3 more pieces than my whole. So my answer for that would be 1 and 3/6. Okay. Now the important things you need to know are your basic skills, how many pieces are in the whole, and then how many pieces you went past the whole. Okay, that's the important thing to remember in the addition. Now in the subtraction, it's a total opposite. All right, so we have 1 5/8. Take away 7/8 is the same as. So what I have to do is I've got to picture, okay, what's my whole? Once again, my whole is 8. So I know I'm going to end up with 8 pieces. Then I've got to think about how many pieces did I start with? Okay, so I had 1 whole, so that means I've got 8 pieces. And I had 5 other pieces. So that means all up, I had 13 pieces. Okay, because my 1 whole is 8, and I plus my 5. That is a 3. So 8 plus 5 equals 13 pieces. I had 13 pieces altogether. Now, if I had 13 pieces altogether here, all I need to know is how many pieces I need to take away here. So I need to take away 7 pieces. So it's 13 pieces, take away 7 pieces, is 6 pieces. All right, and that's how we can work it out if we're not visualising it in our head or we haven't got something to help us out. Now, as I said, you need to be good at understanding the whole. You need to be good at understanding how many parts there are of that whole and how many extra pieces you may have. And you also need to be good at your basic addition and subtraction. Okay, so here I need to know how many extra pieces, remember there were, over 6. Here, I need to know how many pieces I started with that were over 8. So remember, the whole changes. But as long as you understand how many pieces you've gone past or how many pieces you need to bring back, that'll make it a lot easier for you. All right, so hopefully this will help you out in today's task and the subtraction task later on in the week as well. So good luck with that.